Rice growers in Louisiana have been facing challenges this year from the weather and from pests like weeds and diseases. A new rice variety will give rice farmers another tool to fight these pests and was one of the highlights of the LSU AgCenter's annual Rice Field Day in Crowley.
While it won't be found in any commercial fields this year, rice producers in Louisiana and other states will have a new variety to aid them in their constant battle against pests. It's called PVL03, and it has many of the characteristics plant breeder Adam Famosa likes, especially its resistance to a disease called blast.
Our growers don't get paid on how resistant a line is, but they get paid on yield and quality, and disease is a major factor in determining what a given field or a given variety is going to do in terms of yield and its quality.
Rice varieties developed at the H. Rouse Caffey Rice Research Station are grown throughout the Southeast and even internationally.
Our focus is first and foremost on Louisiana and our growers, but if these varieties can have utility for others, that's excellent.
Herbicide-resistant weeds are a growing problem in agriculture, but rice growers in Louisiana haven't been hit as hard as other states because of crop rotation practices.
We're maybe 5% rice following rice in the state of Louisiana, whereas if you get into Arkansas, it's very common to see a rice field maybe planted for 20, 30 years that have been continuous rice.
Rice acreage across the state took a hit as wet weather kept many acres from being planted.
We may be down 30 or 40,000 acres because of weather conditions that didn't allow rice to be planted in the northern part of the state.
Levy said other rice-producing states are experiencing lower acreage, and he hopes that may help elevate rice prices to offset yield losses because of the less-than-perfect growing conditions. With the LSU AgCenter, this is Craig Otro reporting.
Harvest is expected to begin in about a week or so. Louisiana's rice crop is expected to be around 440,000 acres this year. Also attending the field day was Louisiana Speaker of the House Clay Scheck-Snyder, who said this was his first time attending the field day. He said he was amazed at the amount of work that took place here and how important it was for both farmers and researchers. Scheck-Snyder added state funding should be maintained for ag research and perhaps more.
If anything, we need to invest more in it. That's another reason I came down, and you'll see me at a lot of field days this year. I went to the Cattlemen's Field Day the other day in St. Francisville. I'll do another one out this way. It's about learning what we can do as a legislature and as a state to help these guys, these farmers, these ladies out here make it better for our state and for the future. As you know, dealing with the young agriculture community out there, we're losing ground on that area. That's something that I want to look forward to in trying to bring those young people back into the ag business.
Among the presenters at the field day was Evangeline Parish rice farmer Richard Fontenot, who serves on the Rice Research Board, as well as third vice president on the Louisiana Farm Bureau Board of Directors. Fontenot said it was the first time that many had gathered together since the pandemic, and it was good to see such an engaged crowd.
One of the beautiful things about this Rice Research Station we had today is they replicate scenarios that we face on the farm every day. So if we're having excessively wet, excessively cold temperatures and conditions, so are they. And they're able to extrapolate that from their data sets and bring that information to us on a resource that we can use to make adjustments and make those economic decisions along the way, whether it be a variety, where insects, where it be a pathology issue, over the whole spectrum of attributes as it relates to production. Give us that information to make better decisions and get better results for our farmers in South Louisiana.
This was the 112th Rice Research Field Day, and it was dedicated to Dr. Donald Groth, who retired from the LSU AgCenter Rice Research Station last year. Still to come on Twyla, we team up with a real Food Network star to go from field to feast with Louisiana beef. Stay with us.